Oh my god, did you see what they're doing to Minion Dematerializer? They're
No, what?
massacring that rune. So they're changing the name because they're getting rid of... So instead of... It's now... You get 3 charges. And when you use
Okay.
a charge, it stuns a minion. And you get
Uh-huh.
a very small amount of permanent stats. And by
Okay.
very small amount, it's like if you stun a caster, you get like 2 AD. If you stun a melee, you get like 5 health. If you stun a cannon, you get like 2 armor. It's like nothing. And you get
Yeah.
3. And each one that you use on the same type as something you've already used, you only get half as much.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's like, why would anybody take this? Like, it's basically pointless now.
I haven't played a MOBA in so long, and I'm so happy.
That's fair.
Fair, yeah. I do check on every god reveal though for Smite.
What have they had so far?
Kernerbong, whatever.
Kernobog?
Kernobog,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think they just used a persona.
And
Chernobyl.
either the one before that or 2 before that was Achilles.
Achilles. Oh, is he a warrior type?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Chernobog. It's like the fucking mushroom-looking shit persona.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm sure that's not what it only is.
I'm sure it's a god. But Brandon only knows things from Persona, so we'll let him have this one.
Prince
where I've
of
seen it
Darkness, a mushroom.
You cannot tell me that doesn't look like a mushroom.
Oh, that. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the thing. I never read its like little wiki entry. Because there's like, I don't know. He's got the sun on his chest. Huh. Anyways.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, or some sort of flaming circle
I
thingy.
just thought he was bleeding.
Isn't
I
it-
just
isn't
assumed
it
he was
only
like
in,
edgy and shanked himself in the chest.
Oh, speaking of bleeding, did you see the final little picture for Mahou Shoujo Ore?
Yeah, I did. Jesus.
Holy shit, that's like the most fucked up one I've seen. Because at the beginning, I saw like the screwdrivers and then the soda, but it was like kind of red tintish. So I thought it was blood for like 2 seconds. And then I saw the cups and I was like, okay. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they meant to happen though. Is you see the liquid and you're like, oh my god, that little motherfucker shanked someone. Shanked 2 people maybe.
Oh, Jeff, what were you gonna say?
I don't know.
I think he was just laughing.
No, I don't think so because I always forget to watch those after credit things that you're always talking about. I just always forget about it.
It just
I just heard a giggle and I thought you were just
Yeah.
laughing and didn't say anything.
No, I wasn't even giggling.
No. I heard some air come out of someone's nose.
It's possible. It's possible, but I don't remember doing it.
Whatever.
I might be having a stroke. Who knows?
Do you smell toast? Oh wait, no, it's heart attack, right? I don't remember.
I think that's
I
a
don't know.
stroke.
Stroke? Okay. I remember smelling toast was a plot point in like this one like teenage spy thing I read when I was younger.
Spy Kids?
Not Spy Kids.
Spy Kids
Do you remember the book Stormbreaker, I think it was called?
Spy Kids 3.
Remember when
No.
Spy Kids were
What was
the
it?
main favorite part?
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of fucking I Am Number 4. That book that came out like ages ago.
that was turned into a movie, right?
Yes. Like he has like a special power, and the way he uses the power is like he has to remember the morning that his parents died, and specifically the toast he smelled getting burnt.
Okay.
I think it's I Am Number 4. It's either that or some other fucking young adult novel that's exactly the same plot, but just a different character and a different power.
Okay.
I thought he had like telekinesis and like aliens were trying to kill, like they had to kill them in order, and he was the 4th one, and 1 through 3 were now dead.
I think third wasn't dead. I don't remember. He meets
I
6.
watched it so long ago, and it wasn't very good.
No, that's why they didn't make the other ones where the other ones die. I might be remembering it wrong. Yeah, I might be thinking of another book. Because in this one, I specifically remember like fantasy elements, not like alien elements. But whatever.
Okay.
It's not worth it to remember.
I was thinking of a completely different movie. Some white chick, this is like, gets tested like, oh, hey, I'm gonna know what I want to do in life. Turns out, no. Oh shit.
Divergent?
Yeah, Divergent.
Yeah.
They made that into 3 movies, I think.
Divergent,
3?
Convergent, and then the last one, I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called.
Something else urgent.
It
It is
definitely was
urgent.
not urgent. I can tell you that right now. Having never read the novel or seen the movies, the only
Okay,
thing I
hold
know
on.
about them is that they were distinctly mediocre.
Oh, what was the last one? Insurgent.
Ah, okay.
Wait.
Is that where
No, I
we
don't-
plant
I don't-
bombs and systematically destroy a third world country?
Well, there's 4 movies.
There were 4?
Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, Ascendant.
Ascendant. Oh, that one's not out yet, that's why.
Yeah. Oh, yep. You're right. It doesn't have a link yet. Oh, it looks like it's been TBA for 2 years. It's true. That movie's not coming
Ooh,
out.
That movie is not coming out.
Wait a minute. Budget $305 million across all 3 films. It's made double that, so it's probably going to come out. They're just
They're just
still doing
taking a
it.
while to get around to it.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know. The last one barely broke even. Like the first 2 did really well. So
Okay.
yeah. The first one had like compared to the other, well, actually had 85 million, made just shy of 300, 110 just shy of 300 again, and then 142 and it only made 179.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah, the hype is definitely dying down.
Yeah.
They should have made it immediately after just to get a little cash in. But at that point, the 4th one probably wouldn't have broken even at like 170 million. That was his budget. Well, anyways, what did you guys think of Mahou Shoujo Ori today?
I'm trying to remember.
Is that what we usually go?
I don't.
care.
Why not?
Sure.
We ask this question every single time. We never remember what order we go.
We
in,
should really just write it down.
All I know is Megalobox is last.
Always.
usually.
Because we always talk about how good it is.
You just circle jerk around for like half an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Ori is like slowly becoming my least favorite.
I mean,
I
mine
gotta
too,
agree.
But I like this episode. It had good moments.
Did you?
It had, in
Maybe
my
it's just
opinion, it
because
had
like, this
good
was the one
moments.
where I finally realized like I'm not enjoying this show as much as I thought I would. But like I don't know, it fell really flat.
For me, moments constitute 3 seconds. There was like 3 seconds of enjoyment, and then it faded.
That's all it had to have. 3 good seconds.
Yep, that's what I meant by moments. Like it had, I think 3 that I remember. Where 1, I wasn't expecting anything from this episode because I feel like it's been going downhill. So I was drinking water, and then fucking the producer has his like moment where he turns around, becomes like some cute anime girl, and like I spit out my water
Okay.
because I wasn't expecting that, and it was
yeah.
actually kind of funny. But that was like 15 minutes into the fucking episode.
It was a
Yeah.
long time into the
Yeah.
episode.
It was.
It
There was
felt
the
like it
fuck-
was 5 minutes into the episode because then he started singing, and that like just like from the first episode, the singing feels like it drags on forever.
Fucking god, it's also the same fucking song over and over again.
It
They
was
can't just choose
the
another
song. The first song they were singing and the song that Mohiro was singing was Yankee Doodle Dandy,
Yeah, that too.
which that made me chuckle.
Also, the cuts to him just like singing while she's talking about how everything's gonna go terribly. That I thought was kind of funny. I chuckled at that.
I just liked the Yankee Doodle Dandy thing.
That too. It took me a bit to like recognize it because the girl sang it first, and I didn't recognize it there. And then Mohiro started singing it, and that's when like it dawned on me that it was Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, when somebody could finally carry the tune, I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was like, okay, now that they're not butchering the fucking song or like the melody, I understand what it was.
Now, okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
I thought like at some point, I thought they were supposed to be like good singers. Like one of the first couple episodes, they have that like one singing bit, and it's like, yeah, this is pretty good. But now every time they have them singing, they're terrible.
Well, no. Main girl was always terrible. She was never good.
Yeah.
Boobs is decent.
Boobs,
Yeah,
I feel
Boobs
like
is
was
okay.
better.
Yeah, I think Boobs was better.
Although to be fair, Boobs' only like solo thing where you could really hear her was when she just rasped Saki like 19 times in a row.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
If you mistook me for my brother and we made a mistake, I'd be okay with that.
That was my favorite part of the episode.
That was probably the high point.
My high point when she like recognized when she realized that 101 probably has the demons in it, and she opens the door, and one of them's like trying to get into the Mohiro's room, and the other one's just singing. I think he's singing Yankee Doodle Dandy too.
They were,
right?
Except for he
And then
was
he
just
just
going,
goes back to singing too.
Yeah. They hold that shot for about like 5-ish seconds, and that just did it for me. I fucking loved it.
And the one
And
who
then
was
that
not
was-
singing was just like kept bashing the hammer into the wall. It's like faster and faster.
The one
That
thing,
did it for me.
the one thing that annoyed me about that, or it was the thing right before that, where she like opens the bathroom door and the demon is in it, and then she just closes the door and walks out. Was they literally made the same joke in the last episode,
Yeah, they did.
where she opens the door into the room in the hot springs and sees the demons. They just stare at each other. It was the same joke. I'm like, great, we're
Same
reusing
thing.
jokes. Cool.
Same thing with the walk to like school when you're late. She had the same like you know.
Did she have the same like?
She didn't have the same food, but this time around it was like a
Yeah.
gas grilled like soup thing she's eating.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that though. Like I think
There-
it's just a funny gag.
They built on it a little bit, but like essentially it's still the same joke.
It's the same joke, but I still think it's funny. I think that it's just like a thing that they're going to keep on doing through the series. Like every time she's running out, wait, hold on, I have a breakfast for you, and it's just going to continuously get bigger and bigger.
Well, this wasn't bigger. This was just had fire this time.
And she also had that thing like holding off of her neck. Like it was
No, she
like,
had it the
before it
first
was a
episode.
plate.
Nope, she had it first episode.
Did she really?
Yep.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was ramen.
Mm-hmm. No, I thought it was ramen. It was like ramen and some sides.
Was there sides?
There were sides. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'll
if you say
try to
so.
look. Yeah, I'll try to look and find a picture at some point. But
Alright.
yeah, it's a more intricate like food thing. Except in this one, like she just had fire and like a little gas thingy, a gas range.
All right.
But yeah, it's still like basically the same joke.
I
Um,
do love that one part where like producers like come in like, hey, look at all this cool shit I bought. It's like, oh, and here's like a dojin of you two. It's like, hey, can I get that later? It's like, no, never
And then she
mind.
pussies out and says, "Never mind." To make the joke better, she should have said, "Never mind, I'll buy my own." Ah.
It should have been never mind, and then as Saki turns away, she just looks back at the mentors like,
Grabs it.
really though?
yeah.
Pass it to me under the table.
And then there was the obvious joke of the whole like sex thing, which they even mentioned right after it. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this was obvious." They're like, "Yep," which didn't make the joke funnier.
No.
And those are the only memorable parts in this episode. I think. I don't
We
remember
pretty
anything
much
else.
talked about everything that happened.
And that's the thing. That's why it's starting to like. This is why it's slowly becoming my least favorite. Is like,
Yeah.
we spent, I feel like 18 minutes and like nothing happened, and then in the last 2 minutes they were like, the villain may be closer to us than we expect, but we're not going to actually progress the plot any.
But this was established last episode.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
It took us 18 minutes to be like, we should talk about that thing that happened last episode, which they didn't even talk about.
Yeah, she didn't even mention it. I guess I don't really give a crap.
He was wearing the same jacket too. I expected them to like break in the door and be like, "Is this your button, sir?"
Is this trying to be like a mystery or something?
I don't know.
Also, the whole thing with her staff breaking, I don't understand that. Like, why have that happen? Or maybe it'll come into play later. Who the hell
Probably.
knows?
Probably has something to do with the demon blood vial that's in.
You know what? It's probably not. They're just gonna have a new one the next episode. Here you go. We just like broke the staff because we wanted something to happen.
Well, I want to see if the plot's actually going to go anywhere with this show, because now it seems like they're kind of like, all right, well, something should probably happen.
7 episodes in.
Yeah, 7 episodes in.
I don't know. I like the parts where they're magical screwballs fighting things more than them being idols. The idol part is where it's just kind of boring.
I think when they're not men, I think, is when it's boring. The most boring. When they're men and they're like obviously like super uncomfortable. Well, when main character is
Whenever there
uncomfortable.
isn't, like a flashback or singing, it's good.
Speaking of flashback, in this episode, halfway through the flashback, they stopped using the white vignette for some reason. I didn't understand it.
Did they?
Like, it just stops. Yeah, they just stopped using it. Like, it's still a flashback, but for 2 scenes, they just stopped using it. And then it goes back to the present. It's just inconsistent. I don't know why they would do that. Why do I recognize these things? Whatever.
You pay
Why do they
way
do
more
any?
attention to the flashbacks than I do.
I don't know. It's something that just like stuck out to me. It was just like the little thing wasn't there anymore, but it was still a flashback, and I was confused. But I don't pay attention to literally anything else apparently. Let's see what else happened. Was there something else we want to talk about?
I think that's it.
Yeah, like nothing really happened. Other than the fact that we're probably going to see the mom go out at some point in the future.
Oh my god, that's the last thing I'm looking forward to.
Because of the fact that she hasn't retired yet.
Yeah. She's 1 week from retirement. Oh
Yeah,
my god, I can make the joke!
I was like, they're going to do the thing where she's like, this is her last day.
No, she has to get shot. And just call out to her daughter, I was 1 week from retirement.
I would honestly love that though. That would be just like the best thing.
They're not going to do it. Because they don't like ever make mention of like Western shows or Western movies and stuff.
I thought they were going somewhere with like when they show like the mom's staff and she's got the demon blood vial and it's like completely full of like she was such a badass and she killed like so many. But then when you see Saki break her and there's like a close up of her demon blood vial, it's like half full.
It's more than half full. Even
It's
before
like
that.
80%.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking full.
So I'm like, why is the mom's staff just like weeping blood?
I don't know.
Should be like a wet spot on the ground underneath it.
She might still be like. How frequently do you think the mom character is actually going out and doing magical schoolgirl stuff? And that she still says she's like actually doing it, but
Yeah.
we've never seen her doing anything.
Because that'd be interesting. And that could lead to funny moments. And
That's
the
a
show
fair
apparently is
criticism.
trying to avoid that now. Like, I think the second episode was like when it was it second? I don't remember. At some point, like it had the train was going, and now it's like screeching, and they're trying to like put the brakes on it, but they're then trying to like accelerate at the very last second, and it's just not working. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
That was a metaphor.
It's a thing. I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Amy tries to do the whole train thing when they're during the competition for Christmas caroling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was reminded of that.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, nothing's going on in the show. It is also kind of becoming one of my lesser favorites.
It's becoming very stagnant, and I'm not enjoying it.
Good word. That is the word of the day. It means to stay or to not move.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster, for doing that for absolutely no reason.
He likes doing these things.
Today's letter of the day, S for stagnant.
Well, I'm glad that we had this learning experience with Brandon.
Yeah.
But
Also,
Okay,
today's
learning
number 6
okay.
for the letter 6. S. Fuck.
Wow.
What?
Oh,
Wow.
that's a mess.
Moving on.
I shouldn't be a teacher.
You
Nope,
sure you
just
don't
let
want
it
to
go.
stay?
Let it
You
go.
don't want-
Move on.
Moving on to Maho Shoujo site, where the teacher now apparently cares about the safety of the students because he's like apparently scared that some girl's not going to show up anymore to class.
I feel like he's always been, the bullying thing.
Yeah, like
I'll
he's
take that
didn't
back
give him crap.
immediately.
First fucking episode.
Hey, I mean, if she's going to get bullied like that, she deserves to be bullied like that. Apparently.
Yep,
Of course.
that's what he thinks. This episode was Infinity War, the anime,
Yeah.
where all the heroes show up in one place and become a team of a team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also I was fucking wrong. Samurai Girl comes in again.
They all showed up again.
Yeah, they did. I was like, oh, they're actually like characters, kind of.
Actual characters.
They're not actual characters yet. They're just kind of like pictures that have a power, and they're plot points right now.
Pictures that have a power.
Like I don't know. Yeah,
Accurate.
they're cliches with powers right now.
Okay, I guess I know what you're. I guess I
Sure.
understand what you're saying.
Well, I guess the main character's not a cliche.
I'm
At least we've like learned more
surprised.
about our character.
I'm surprised the blue-haired chick actually took the explanation well. It's like, wow, you didn't.
No,
just...
she didn't. She's still pissed off. She just can't do anything about it because her panties
No,
are gone.
Yeah.
no, like because she didn't immediately go on a murder spree on them.
With what?
Yes,
How?
she did.
She's
With what stuff to do that?
Yeah. She weighs all of like 90 pounds soaking wet, probably. She doesn't exactly
No,
have like the
like-
physical strength to go on a murder spree.
No, like she heard them out. I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I still want to kill her. It's like, okay,
Oh, you're talking okay, the first time.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
It's like, hey,
I mean, I gotta be
Props.
fair though. If I was in that situation where it's like, I really want to murder this chick, and they were like, yeah, but fate of the universe is on the other side, it'd be like, yeah, I like being alive a little bit more than I like revenge, so I'll hold off just a little bit. I can
So you're saying
understand that.
She could use your power to like just get one. Wait, it only works on guys, right? Or no?
No, it
doesn't.
works on anybody.
No.
Okay.
works on anyone.
She could have just gotten the fucking time stop machine and just done it there. Oh wait, she didn't know she was in school. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, there is one thing I've been wondering. Is like, so how does like her power work? Like, is it anyone who hears the order? Does she actually have to look at them?
It's Code Geass rules. They have to look in her eye.
Yeah, I think they have to hear the order, I think.
Well, she directs it, so I think it has something to do with eyesight.
Probably.
I mean, she probably just gives a person an order. I don't know if they have to see her or not,
well,
but I would
I guess
imagine
that would
she
work.
has to hear them.
It works in Death Note rules. Just think of a name and a picture in your face.
And
Oh, man.
optionally, a way to die. A way you want them to be killed. Yeah.
That fucking panty scene in the classroom.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure that's the only reason her stick is panties.
Fucking.
Oh yeah.
I was getting some tinglings of fucking Konosuba.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steel! That's what made me love that show. Because he's just an absolute douchebag.
He was a fucking dick wagon.
I fucking love Kazuma.
He was a horrible human being.
That's
But
why I
we
love
still
him.
love him.
I don't love him. He was awful.
There's a Kazuma in all of us.
There's not. I refuse to believe.
We're talking about real sociopaths. Look at Kazuma.
You're
Jeffrey, you
either
should
a-
watch that show.
You're either a Kazuma or a Darkness. Pick your side, Nick.
Jesus, those are the options.
How are those? Well, you can either
I
do
guess
that,
I guess
or
he's
just be
saying you're either an
absolutely
S
fucking
or an
stupid.
M. You're either the Kazuma sadist or the Darkness masochist.
Or you can be Aqua and just be fucking stupid.
I think that's worse than either, like, than both of the other options.
Fucking Aqua.
She goes from like in the beginning, it's like, oh, you have slightly below average intelligence, to like she's dumber than a pile of fucking candy pop rocks at the end.
What's funny is that her int is maxed out. I love how they make that joke.
Is it? I
Yeah.
thought int was the only thing that wasn't maxed out.
No, so like it's not that it isn't max. It's for her.
Oh, she can't go
character,
any
it's
higher.
maxed out. Yeah, so she can't go any higher.
Okay, now I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, all her stats are maxed, except her cap is lower. It's
Is really
really
low for okay.
Yep. Anyways, back to site. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, speaking of M's, that butler though.
Mmm.
God, that's
Ooh,
you know
segue.
happening.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I did not expect that.
I did not want that.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Necklace Girl, her symbol's H because she's the Hulk? That's the only
Yes.
thing I thought of.
That's
Really?
exactly what it is, Brendan.
I mean, what other reason is there for H for her?
What is the reason for anything in
Oh.
this show?
X for I don't know, for cutting.
She's Q.
Just cute. No. I meant the sword girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the girl who cuts herself.
Yeah. I see where you could have gotten confused. See, no, that's Q for cutting.
Q for quitting. Q for quitting on life.
She hasn't quit yet.
She's
not emo. She's not emo. She keeps telling us that.
Dude, when we first saw her like cut herself, whatever it was last episode or 2 episodes ago,
Yeah.
I thought she went like straight down. I thought she was going for results, and I was like, "Damn, that is fucking bold."
For that, I thought she was cutting the pink-haired girl.
Yeah, because why else would she fucking do it?
Yeah, that's what I figured as well.
It's like, let me splatter my blood on this girl in the coma.
Well, that was the last episode, and that's when we found out that she could heal people. Which I like that that their like lifespan is still cut. Like she doesn't just cure them.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I did like that nice not explanation.
Caveat?
Development or caveat? I guess the caveat to her power. Also, the whole thing about going to the beach, she's totally gonna fucking die. She's gonna die, and she's gonna use her gun to teleport herself to the beach. I'm pretty sure if that doesn't happen, it's fucking stupid. They have a perfect setup. They have to do it.
The real question is, are they going to bang on the beach?
I was getting real vibes from that. I was like, oh.
There are some strong Yuri vibes going on right now.
They are.
Yeah, that whole shower scene, I was like, oh, this is just Citrus 2.0 again. Except they're not sisters.
Okay, like, was it just me, or did the animation get, like, different in that bath scene?
Okay,
I'm not crazy. Thank you. Like
it got so much better.
Like the facial animations, like some of the gesturing, like it felt more animated than anything else, and I was like, "This is throwing me off."
Yeah, I was like, what? Why is it so good? Like, well, relatively, why is it so good? Yeah. Like, there's actually like emotion in her face. Things are like movement or like moving in cool ways. Why did they stop? Why did they wait until? Well, I know why they waited until
Brandon, priorities.
Yeah, priorities. But yeah, they're like, all right, let's just like waste our animation budget on this.
Yeah.
This
bath scene.
Golden rule.
We have literally really 3 girls in this same bath scene. How could we not exploit this for all of our money?
Right.
It would be criminal if we didn't.
This is how we sell the Blu-rays.
The hands, everything is really well done in that scene.
But which was shocking because it was like twice as good as any other scene in the show so far.
Yeah,
like including the fighting scenes.
Fighting. They're not bad. They're just not great.
I mean,
I think
they're not
mediocre.
like it's average. Not UBW, but it's better than SAO.
I would say SAO has better fights.
Oh god, SAO season 1 part 2. I hated the fighting a little bit.
I only watched part 1, and part 1 was at least okay.
Part 1 was okay. Part 2, like every time they had like an intense fight, he started to look like Gumby. Like he got really like stretchy for no reason. I was like, what is happening?
Oh, I think I remember seeing like the one of the in between frames.
Yeah.
Which I don't think those are not fair to use because those are fucking in between frames.
They're not. Yeah.
One of the most horrific one or most obviously offensive ones was the fight he has against the vice commander of the Salamanders, whose name I can't remember right now.
Oh, that.
But
Team Salamander?
Yeah, Team Salamander. Team Red Wings.
Salamander.
But it's like the last shot is like he's cutting through him with one or both of his swords. And it's like this scene where it's just like he hits him in the front, and then it like stretches until the guy's behind him, but he's still cutting through him, and like his whole body starts to like warp. With like the implications, like he's going so fast and it's so strong that like he's just pushing through this like the body's pulling back and he's pushing through and it's stretching. It just looked like he was fucking like Mr. Fantastic. He was like Stretch Armstrong. It was.
There's ways to do it where it looks really cool. But I can definitely see it like being done badly, and it looks really bad if it's done poorly.
I was not a fan of season 1, part 2.
Okay. So that's where One Piece has a little leeway. Because the character literally is Gumby.
Literally Gumby. Also, basically unbeatable.
That too. I don't watch One Piece, and I don't really intend to do it.
There's a lot. I don't want to start.
There's a lot,
and he's not done.
It's like
he's not
running.
done.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, it's like running a marathon where you've like never run before.
But here's the thing, it's good.
So
it is good. You're right, but it's also a commitment that would last me longer than marriage. So no.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
watch
there's
a lot
some
of things.
shows that I've already checked that box for you.
Longer than a marriage? I don't think so. Maybe if you
Roaring
summed
Tension.
up. Well, it's actually not that long. It's only
It's actually it's
100 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Well, I meant like waiting for the next part to come out, but like you only just read it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
other people have been waiting
Other
20
people would
years.
have been waiting for a long time.
Which just reminds me, in 2 years, or 2 to 3 years, Pokemon will be 1/4 of a century old.
Oh.
In 1 to 2 years, I will be 1/4 of a century old.
This is true. This is very true.
Are we really as old as Pokemon itself?
Pretty much.
Pokemon came out when we were born.
I'm willing to
Well, for the most part.
Let's see.
It came out in 1995.
Yay, I'm older than Pokemon.
By
I'm
like
not.
a couple months.
By a couple
Well,
months.
what month does Pokemon come out?
Does it really matter?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess June.
I don't.
Probably.
What came first? The game?
The game, yes.
Okay. Pocket Monsters Red and Blue, released in Japan February 27th, 1996.
Oh shit! So we're all a little bit older,
Yeah.
but still.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, in about 3 years, Pokemon will be 1/4 century old. Fun ways to make yourself feel old.
Let's see. What else was there in sight? I like the cross-dress girl. She doing that long game revenge plot.
Oh yeah. She's just got it planned out, like all the way.
Yeah, I got a system. Don't worry, emo girl.
I feel like a better system would be to like just barely give them enough hope that things are gonna work out. Let them work out for about a day, and then just take away everything. That's the perfect way to do it.
Just like this fucking show, where that's like all they do.
What?
It's just like make you think like something is going to go right. Like in like let's say the beginning of the episode, the beginning of the show, the fucking cat's like, oh look, a nice cat. Let's just have it get murdered instantly.
I mean, I never thought it was gonna go well. There was no hope. The moment I saw the cat, I'm like, that cat's gonna die.
I wasn't expecting it.
What?
Really?
I
The
wasn't
fact that the
expecting-
cat looked halfway decent, I was like, death flag.
Jeff, you watched JoJo Part 1.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I haven't watched part 2. I gotta watch.
Have fun
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
running a trend, Jeff. Welcome to anime.
Everything fucking dying.
Does an animal look cute? It's gonna die.
Pretty much. If things die in your anime and there are cute animals, there's like a 90% chance that the animals will die.
Yep. Is the character that's caring for this being bullied or has their life basically perfect? It's gonna die.
More or less.
Speaking of dying animals, there is this manga which details the beginning and end of a cat's life.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, it's just like a cat's life. Like I think the 7 years of it living and watching her owner grow up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cat
It's
was
just
only
kind of an
alive for
interesting-
7 years.
I don't know how long it's alive. It's just I know it's from the beginning to end of a cat's life, and she's watching her owner grow up.
Okay.
I think her owner gets when she's on like in elementary school. Like details her going through middle school and high school and all the way to college.
Okay.
It's a little
Yes.
more than 7 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, I don't fucking know. I didn't read it. I just know the cat lives for some time and then dies, and that's the end of the manga.
Oh.
I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah,
Like, seems really interesting because it's a nice way to frame it, but I don't know.
Didn't they do an They did just did an American movie, but no, A Dog's Life. Is that what that was about?
Dog's Life?
No, a dog's life is mostly about a dog's life. Like it's just a dog's life.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Bug's Life?
Oh, by the way,
might
I
be
read A
thinking of
Dog's
Bug's
Life,
Life.
Jeffrey. I read A Dog's Life when I was younger. That book like scarred me because that dog has a worse life than fucking Aya does. Because everything fucking goes wrong for this dog. It was fucking crazy. Like she finds a friend, and then the friend gets like run over by a truck, and then the truck steals a dog, and just beat the shit out of the dog for a while. It's just not fun.
Go on.
Well, okay.
That's the whole book. The dog gets tortured.
Tell me more. I'm almost there.
I'm looking for quality than quantity. So.
Quality.
If you want quality, go read fucking The Fox and the Hound. I read like a synopsis of someone who read the book.
That thing is great.
No, I'm talking about the book, which is infinitely worse.
Yeah,
because
it's way darker at the end.
There was a
not even
Fox
at
and
the
the Hound
end.
too? What?
No, the fucking book.
The
Jesus
book, yeah.
Christ. You uncultured swine.
No,
Calm
I
down.
typed it in and it on the
Yes,
the
there's
search bar, it's like,
always a sequel to Disney animated movies.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. They always go to DVD first.
They go direct to DVD, and they're all atrocious, and never have the main cast.
Yep, because it's always made by the B team.
Except for Frozen 2, which will have the main cast again, which is why I'm somewhat
Okay.
excited for that. Yuri incest. Yuri incest.
I still need to watch the first one.
Game of Thrones is popular. This can happen, Nick.
We're
You
gonna
just gotta believe-
we're gonna have the Elsana ending. I believe in it.
Nick's gonna be there, surrounded by a bunch of little girls, like just yelling, "Yuri, Yuri!"
Yuri. Don't look at me. This is America. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
He's gonna wear like the bright blue dress.
Yeah. I'm also gonna bleach my hair.
Isn't your hair blonde already?
Not
You're blonde
really.
enough.
Not. I mean, I'm not Elsa blonde.
Okay. You're gonna get that Hitler Youth blonde?
Yeah.
Speaking of dying, when they were having the bird's eye view on all of their heads, some like 3 of the girls have like basically the same hair color. I think the ones that don't are going to be ones that die first.
What?
The ones that don't have the same hair color are gonna die first.
Which mean the ones that do? Because I think there's like 3 blonde girls, right?
There's 2 pink-haired girls. There's 2 blonde girls and 2 black-haired girls.
2 pink-haired. Who are they?
Well, pink.
By the way, name them by power, because I know them by power. but
Well,
not
the
by name.
ones. Okay, so the ones that don't have like a similar color are Panty Girl, Emo Kid.
She's not emo.
She's emo.
I think it was.
Maybe not Forest 2 if you look just like me.
And there was one that had like, it was more. Fucking heart brows.
You mean witch? Like she's just a
Yeah,
witch?
witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You mean the hard S?
What?
She's a hard S, so given that she like just steps on her butler a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, whatever. Actually, there is an S. Sure. One of the girls, like, oh wait, fucking I don't even know. I don't remember her name.
Hair colors.
Telepathy girl.
Okay.
She has an S. She's the S.
Oh.
You
It's
go with
literally an S.
telepathy girl and not the very obvious, thing to select in crossdresser.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Man in the body or woman in the body of a man.
I did say I was going to refer to them by their power, because that's just easier for me.
Fucking
But anyways.
katana lady was for a moment, very interesting to me, and then immediately very uninteresting to me. Because when she started off and she was like, my katana, and then she swung it, and the ice the water turned into ice and shattered, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, the ability to change the property of matter. That's, relatively novel. Just like, I can cut through anything.
Harden stuff.
I was like, okay.
How about, let's reframe her power. She can turn things into solids from liquids. Which basically just means she makes things colder.
Basically, you're not wrong.
This is a really cold sword, guys. Really cold.
more or less how it works. No, there was a there's a character in Bleach who has a very similar power, which is anytime he hits something with his, I think it's a Shikai, it doubles in weight.
I love him.
And so it was basically like he has a duel at some point with fuck. I think it was 11th Company's vice commander, who I cannot for the life of me remember her power, but he hit her sword like it was like 6 or 7 times, and it was like, okay, it's over, like you've lost. Your sword is like 18 times, or it's like 14 times, or it's some amount of times way like heavier than normal, and she realized it just falls out of her hands like through the floor. I was like, that is a very interesting power to have.
That's a cool power, yeah. Which company is Kenpachi part of? That's the only person I really care about.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think the sword you're talking about is called Wasabi? Or something like that. Something with a W.
Wasabi!
Wasabi, no. Do I have those with? No, I don't have those with me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Kenpachi is the captain of 12th Company.
Yeah.
And then Unohana, who is currently the captain of 4th Company, was the person who was captain of 12 before Zaraki.
Yep.
Oh, he was 11th. I'm sorry. 11th is the fighting division.
Okay. And
Unohana was his predecessor. But then they fight, and Kenpachi wins, and Unohana goes to the Medical Service Corps and vows never to fight again. Because she's a bitch.
Oh, did she get killed by Aizen?
She gets killed by somebody. I don't remember if it was Aizen or not. It was after she unleashes. She basically she unleashes her Shikai a whole bunch of times, which is just a gigantic flying like a manta ray, which she uses to put people inside of to carry them off to like the Medical Service Corps. So it's like for a very long time you're like, oh, she's so supportive. She has this such a supportive Shikai, and then she breaks out her fucking Bankai, and it goes ham.
I see one hair color that's similar, and that's blonde. I guess the orange.
And blue and purple.
I'm talking about similar.
Oh, similar? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I'm looking at a whole bunch of macaroons.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
It really does.
So, predictions. What's going to happen?
That's a valid question. I think that it, with the panty stick in the wild, the brother has to show up at some point. So I feel like he's going to get his hands on it.
Oh, God.
He's going to go around
would he put
like
on the
fucking...
No.
I don't think he can use it, though.
No, Nick.
I mean, we can see that a guy can.
Dude gets her panties.
Oh, God, that would be...
No, but why would he put them on? Like, does he know that magical sticks are magical?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, also, I don't think he can use it.
I mean, he is... They
I'm
are
not
at
worried
home
about
right
him
now,
being
so he
able
may
to use it.
find out.
Well, it depends on where they put the panties.
I presume you have to put the panties on.
Hopefully.
No, like she says you hit it, which I'm pretty sure is a complete lie. She probably has them on. That's what she hit it.
I was more expecting them to be like in her pocket, rather than she's wearing them.
Who the fuck knows? She probably just like went to the backyard, just dug a hole and put it down there.
Whose backyard? She's living in their house.
Doesn't fucking matter. Oh, speaking of that, my dog will if you give her a treat and she doesn't want to eat it, she will walk up to this little floor mat I have, and she'll put it on the floor mat, and she'll just try to cover up the treat with the floor mat because she thinks it's dirt, and it never works, and she always looks up and just wonders why the fuck her treat isn't being covered by the rug.
Huh, interesting.
It's one of the cutest things ever.
Aw.
Oh, he's ready for some cookies. Oh god. I think
that Japanese style creep into your room at night and try and rape you.
Right. I think Magical Schoolgirl Hunter. Do you think she's gonna turn a leaf now that she's being bullied by Nana?
I don't know.
'Cause I don't know what the fuck's going on with her.
I feel like they're gonna form their own rogue strike force and go attack. This group is gonna be trying to kidnap a site admin, and the other group is gonna be trying to kill them.
Which group? main group is gonna try to steal?
Yeah,
Or
the main group
no?
here, and then whatever group that Magical Squirrel Hunter forms, red hair forms.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of like the 5 and the 4 were separate groups.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm thinking red hair is gonna form her own little collective.
Yeah.
For a little Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And that means her like storyline is gonna be absolute garbage.
Probably.
Yes.
Who knows?
That's
Maybe
exactly what that means.
Maybe Red will like grab one person from each group.
Who knows?
I mean, we saw 3 site admins, and so we haven't seen anybody from one of those 3.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming she's going to form her collective out of the other
The-
site admin that we haven't seen yet, or the other.
Was
Well,
it-
we saw,
The
well,
dude.
we've seen more. We've seen like the whole round table of side admins.
I don't remember what any of those look like. I just remember the fat girl with the katana, Nana, and then the guy with the weird upturned lips.
Yeah. That was. I think that.
And
was
then the
it.
leader. There was the leader guy.
Yeah.
I remember him, but I don't
Yeah.
know whether or not he has a group.
Okay. Presumably they all do, but who knows?
Who knows?
You know what this reminds me of, Jeffrey?
What?
Did you get to the part in Gantz where they reveal that there's more Gantz balls?
No. Wait, was that before? So I watched the Gantz movie that's on Netflix, and it revealed that it was
Made a
bad.
Mistake.
It's a bad movie, yeah. But it's too late now. I've already seen it.
Yeah. It's after K dies.
Okay, I stopped.
Well, it's after
I
K
stopped
gets revived.
after where he dies. I was
Okay.
like, fuck it, I'm done with this.
That's fair.
It's really long. But yeah, there's multiple Gantz balls, and that's
not
kind of
surprising.
remind you of it. Gantz was a cool manga. I liked it. My favorite part of that manga was when they fight dinosaurs.
I like
Ah.
that too.
Yeah. So in Gantz, it's very similar to this show actually. People with unfortunate lives, or just people who really hate life and try to kill themselves, get teleported to like this room with this mysterious ball in the middle, and this ball basically gives them a mission. For a period of time, they're invisible to everyone around them, and they have to fight like a monster. They have to hunt a monster down and capture it or kill it.
Okay.
And they do this like a couple times. And depending on the performance, they get points, and these points go into like basically whatever they want. The Gantz ball can like grant them a wish, set their points back to 0, but give them a cool weapon.
Mhm.
And there's some other extra stuff. Oh, or escape Gantz, so that you're not called back in. Because once you're in, you have to like show up to Gantz whenever you get called.
Okay.
And that's basically like the main premise. It's also a manga where it basically is saying that everyone on Earth is just complete douchebag and they all deserve to die.
God damn it.
Everyone is just like fucking shitty. It's
Really?
once again very similar to this show. Yeah, they're all very shitty. They get kind of better later on, but like there's still a bunch of really shitty characters. Like not in terms of like bad writing, but just being fucking
Pieces of shit.
being a fucking piece of shit.
That's kind
You
of
do have your like your nice, your actually cool characters who actually like want to succeed and do well.
Of course.
Yeah.
But most people are horrible.
Yeah, like the main character just go through like a nice arc that I really like. But yeah, it was a cool manga. I liked it. Cool action. I think there was an anime for it, and it was like okay.
Okay.
It has some pacing issues. But yeah, it's something I recommend. It's over. I think something happened with the ending. I don't think I ever finished it. The ending was kind of not that amazing from what I heard, but everything leading up to it is very cool. Speaking of, let's move on to Megalobox,
Okay. Sure.
where we had a more low-key episode, if I'm right, because nothing really...
Well, we
There's a
didn't have a
fight.
fight, so
We did have a fight,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the main character's fight.
No.
we had a very like one-sided fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was not very
Because
intense.
of AI.
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 Despite the fact that was the one thing that annoyed me about this was they were like, he's using AI gear, so there's no lag between his brain and his hands because the gear is moving for him. And it's like, but there would still be lag because your hand wouldn't react at the same time as the machine. Like the machine would try and extend, but your hand would still be like locked into guard position, and so you would always lag.
It's more like their hands are just like getting like pulled
You just go
away.
completely limp.
And you're-
You just go
Yeah, and
limp,
you're
and
like-
the machine does everything for you.
Either you're going completely limp, or you're like fucking fighting against the machine, and the machine's just like it's got so much power that it's just like breaking your fucking arms.
Yeah. But like that like annoyed me when they were like, "There's no lag between his hands, so you're gearless." You know, the advantage you get from being gearless isn't going to exist. I was like, but it still would. Like, there would always be resistance in the punch because he wouldn't be prepared for it, unless
Yeah,
they're
it's-
cheating, and he does, and he gets like a little readout on on those goggles that he's wearing, where it's like punch imminent.
But even then, like a computer makes a decision so fast, you're not going to have the reaction time to actually react with the machine.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of bullshit, but other than that, I was it's interesting. I don't like, from a science perspective, I don't like it. From a show perspective, it's very interesting because it's setting up the technical conflict between him and his sister. Because his sister
Yes.
has her like integrated gear and he has the AI gear. And so it's
Mhm.
very like man versus machine. Fucking John Henry versus the locomotive or whatever
Steam
the hell
drill,
it was.
yeah.
The steam drill. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Except none of them is really John Henry because they're both like teched out.
I thought you were going to
Just
say because they're not
different ways.
black, but okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm more talking about the metaphor.
Of them not being black.
No.
I appreciate
Hey,
you.
Alex.
Eh,
Anyways,
I'm here
I
when
guess
you
one
need me.
gripe I had about this episode was that the last time they had like this cutaway where they had like the little rap in between,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
it flowed straight into what was happening into the show. For this one, it just happens and then they kind of just do like a hard cut. Like it just stops and then the show starts. As opposed to the other time where it was we get back from commercial break if you're watching on TV. You have a little rap session and then it kind of flows directly into the scene.
Yeah.
I didn't like that they didn't do that this time around. I did enjoy the fives though.
Yeah.
Oh, with the tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were 100.
Agreed. The fucking mechanic is like still a thing in the show. Like I'm expecting him to do something.
Maybe. Well, at some point I think he's gonna like help him with the gear.
I don't think he's going to do anything.
I don't know why they keep bringing him up if he's not going to do anything though.
Because he has a cool design.
He's got like a top knot. That's it.
I think a lot of characters have cool designs in this show, so
Yeah.
I think
Just
he's
about
doing
everyone
it.
does.
It's more just like to say like here's what's going on in the slums while this is happening.
I guess.
Everyone's like really liking Joe and
Alright.
like having murals of him,
Yeah.
which I like the murals. If there's a shirt with that like mural, I'm gonna buy it.
You heard
looks
it here
fucking cool.
first.
Heard it here first.
Who's ever producing the show, get on it. Shirts with that mural design.
I'm gonna sell out to whoever produced the show so I can get a free shirt. That's my sellout for today. I'll be calling back to it in about half an hour. Unless I
I'm
forget.
sad they weren't like redoing the whole like Obama 2014 hope poster with like the blue and the red. Could have been Joe
Oh,
and it
that'd
just
be-
says
that'd be
gearless
good.
on it. I would have been like that. That would be some quality fucking ripping
Holy
off
shit,
of
Wilson.
That
of a
reminds
classic
me.
artistic thing.
Does this take place in Japan?
I don't think it takes place on Earth.
Yeah, that's a valid.
Ah.
It's
Okay.
it takes
It just
place
takes place on an Earth-like thing
Area.
on
somewhere.
a planet. I won't even say
With humans.
Earth-like.
I would say Earth-like. It can sustain humans.
Yeah.
Earth-like. I
Earth enough that where we don't need things to breathe.
I mean, he was driving
Where-
through what looked like a fucking nuclear wasteland in the first episode, so I've got no idea.
Or just a desert.
yeah.
Maybe. It was very,
I mean-
like, I don't know. It was very nothing is alive here for a desert.
Yeah.
Deserts
Also near
usually,
mountains, I
scrub
think.
brush.
I think I remember seeing mountains in the distance.
Were there? I mean, there could
Or at
be
least
mountains after a
hills.
nuclear fallout.
I mean, maybe there was a nuclear fallout. Like, clearly there's war that's happening in this world, so we don't know that there wasn't a nuclear fallout at
The
some
Boxer Rebellion.
point.
Solid reference to an actual historical event as a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, and a great pun too.
I'll give you solid props for that one.
10 out of 10. I'm gonna give you the joke of the episode.
For the Boxer Rebellion reference.
Yep. This takes place in I want to say China.
China in the 1800s?
Wasn't it?
No,
later than that?
1920s. Because Bioshock Infinite happens during the same time.
Okay.
Does it?
That's a very important plot point.
Yeah.
Boxer Rebellion.
Is it?
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Colombia separates from the United States because they wanted to get involved in the Boxer Rebellion.
Mhm.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
when they ceased to be a part of the
I
United
thought
States.
you meant Rapture. I'm like.
Oh, no.
Infinite.
The one
yeah.
guy, the one with the really
Yeah.
racist overtones.
Yeah.
They're not overtones. They're just tones. They're just
Yeah.
straight up racist.
I guess that works too.
It's not like they're going around being like, you can only stay here. It's like, welcome to paradise for white people. And it's like the implication is like, but only for white people? No, they were straight up like, welcome to paradise. Here's your anti-black people stick.
It's actually overtones.
Yeah, well, the first thing they do is like, here's an interracial couple, throw a baseball at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say those are overtones. Like
Let's go to the museum of racist depictions of other cultures.
I'm pretty sure like that
Look at
same
the
scene with the
Minions.
baseball's like, what's the matter, buddy? Do you like your coffee black? It's like,
It was. I think it was. Do you like your coffee dark?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Do you like it with some cream, or do you like your coffee dark, boy? Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting game. It's a hell of a way to start.
Yeah.
great game though. I loved it.
Oh, super fun.
I liked when you got to pick the button for Elizabeth to wear, and it was a completely meaningless decision, but it felt
Oh,
really
yeah.
important.
I fucking texted Jeff when I got to that part. I was like, which is their meaning?
It was a cage and a bird, right?
It was a cage.
Yeah.
It was a cage and a bird.
It's symbolic.
And then as they turn away, you see that they're wearing the tally board, and the back is completely full. And it was split 50-50.
No, it wasn't. It was all one.
No, was it? No, it wasn't.
Doesn't it change?
Yeah, it was. No, it was all heads.
Oh, for that one. Okay.
Oh no,
Was
yeah,
there a second time of day?
that's for the coin flip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they
We're
also
talking
have,
about
don't they have a
the
tally?
choice.
Don't they have a tally for? Oh no, they just make reference to it as you walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They just say like, oh, this time you went with that. It's still 50-50.
Was there another one where like whether or not you get stabbed in the hand?
Yeah. Well, that's like you can. So like you're at a train station or something,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, "Hold on a second," and you can pull your gun on him, and then he won't stab you. But if
Yeah.
you just wait, he'll stab you.
Yeah.
Isn't it? If you like, wait, the one with the scar. That's the whatever his name is, who doesn't become evil, right?
The
Scar?
one with the scar.
The scar in his
Grant?
hand, yeah. Because like I forgot something like all of the oh my god, I forgot his fucking name. The main bad guy.
Comstock.
Zachary Hale Comstock.
Comstock, yeah. Like Comstock never has a scar in his hand. Was
No,
what I'm
because
thinking,
he's a
wasn't it?
different man.
Yeah,
than you.
because so the divergence happens after the Battle of Wounded Knee as to
Okay.
whether or not you choose to get
Baptized. That's what it was. Yeah.
And so if you get baptized, that whole path afterwards leads 100% of the time to being Comstock. And if you don't get baptized, in the past where he doesn't get baptized, he stays as Booker T. Washington.
And it has
Booker
like a
DeWitt.
child.
Or Booker DeWitt, I'm sorry.
Booker DeWitt. Not
Booker T. Washington was a real person.
Yes,
Booker
he
T.
was.
Washington was a black man.
A black man, yes.
That's all I remember.
Booker DeWitt is the character from Bioshock Infinite.
He was
But
also a writer.
Booker T. Washington? I think so.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a columnist type of person. I don't know. I need to go back to history class.
I mean, I'm not taking
how
another
to-
history class, but sure.
Time himself how to read and all that and write.
Educator, author, and African American civil rights leader.
Ah, right, yeah, the Epic Rap Elves, dude.
Political party, Republican. Back when they were the
Okay.
civil rights party.
Back with Abe Lincoln, author, orator. Okay, I was right. Back to Megalobox.
Yeah, all the way back to
The
Megalobox.
brother is a complete dick. I hate him.
Who is?
The brother?
New
the
opponent?
brother.
Oh yeah, no, he's a fucking asshole.
He was not an asshole until the very end. Like, he was an interesting guy right up until right up until the moment where it's like, you're gonna throw or you're gonna surrender. And it was like, okay, now you just went to being a horrible character. Like, you were interesting right up until this moment, and now you're just awful.
Well,
He's still an okay character. Well, he's a well-written character, I still think. He's
Yes.
just shitty.
He's just a shitty person.
he's a shitty guy.
Also, this is where the plot point of the whole fake ID comes in.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't
So-
think they were going to reference it, honestly.
Really? I thought it was going to be super important.
As soon
'Cause,
as they
like,
brought
one
it
of
back
the
up in this
first things-
episode.
Well, not even that. Like, the first thing that happens when he's watching the TV is that, like, it says you have to have, you have to be a citizen. And the moment I saw that, I was like, okay, that's going to be a plot point later on. I didn't even mention it in the first episode.
Well, I mean, the only reason the reason that I thought they were done with it is because being a citizen was like the initial hurdle to get over to getting to fighting.
Yeah.
So once he got the ID card, it's like, okay, we've cleared the first hurdle. Now we can get to the fighting thing. I didn't think we were going to come back to it until this episode where they're like, we got all this around one fake ID. It's like, well, now you fucked yourself.
Yeah, you really did.
Foreshadowing.
So this is where we're going to get Joe's backstory, and he's secretly like a citizen. This whole time,
Who knows?
he was the third Shirato sibling. He's the youngest one.
Oh, man. He's significantly darker. So he might have been a third. He might have been...
He's the bastard
Just-
child. He's
Yeah,
Jon
the
Snow.
bastard. Yep.
So we have AI, and we have integrated gear, and we have on the bastard side, no gear.
Yep. I think what's her face might help him out because she really doesn't want his brother to be in Maglonia, but she's gonna help him out for complete selfish reasons.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I can see
But
that.
I don't think he's securely a citizen.
I think he's probably going to get adopted, is what's going to happen.
Oh,
Here's
there we
his
go.
papers.
He's gonna become Hirito. What was it?
Shirato?
Shirato. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was. SHIR.
ATO.
Yeah. ATO. So that might happen. That'd be kind of cool. Or interesting.
What's his name? Whenever Sacho like looks inside his head and so that picture always drives me crazy because I keep thinking it's the coach.
Oh.
Oh, the dad.
Why?
Because it looks like him.
Really?
He does kind of. They've got like this very
bit.
similar like mustache and like, weird
build.
wide face.
The hat
Oh my
I
God.
think is also It's like, am I
don't
crazy?
remember- I don't remember what he looks like. I just keep thinking of like a generic anime dad. I can't picture him.
There was at one point when I looked at the mom's site. It's like, wait, that kind of looks like the one bitch. It's like, no, that can't be right. That's just a coincidence.
You just said something, and I'm even more confused.
Yeah,
Who's the one bitch?
the one bitch.
There's a lot of bitches.
There's a lot of yeah,
The one who's running Megalomania.
Shirato.
You should have just said. You
The
should have
The
said
board
that.
member.
Yeah,
the, the most important bitch.
Well, the only bitch.
There's the two bitches at the beginning with the thighs.
The bitches with the thighs.
You know the ones.
Yeah,
As-
but those
as
are
opposed to
bitches, those are
Shirato, who
thighs.
has no
There's a
thighs.
difference, Brandon.
We haven't seen them, so we don't know the real.
It's just bone running straight to calves.
No, she actually has fake legs.
Oh,
She has integrated
Oh,
legs.
Nick, she's Camille.
oh god, she got the blade legs.
Yeah,
Oh
God.
man.
she's only in walking form. When she goes into battle form, they expand. Just rip the shit out of her yoga pants.
She's like she's the fucking the maid lady or the secretary from Kingsman.
Yeah.
She's got the
Oh.
running prosthetics, but they fold up into becoming just straight up like knives.
That was a cool movie.
Kingsman 2 was good, but not as good.
Okay.
I heard that Channing Tatum was in it for like 8 seconds.
He was. Which is a shame because he's in like all the advertisements.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a huge part of it, and I was kind of interested.
No.
And then they were like, "He's in it for 8 seconds," and I was like, "Do not care."
I think they did that because they didn't think it was going to be like a popular movie. which is strange because Kingsman 1 did very well.
Yeah.
People really liked the movie. It could have done well on its own without any mention of Channing Tatum.
And his act as a Texas cowboy.
Yeah. War seems to be a theme, not a theme, but like a recurring thing in this show. Because there was the whole Araki being
A vet.
a vet, and then there's Shirato, meeting with the military for some reason, which I feel like something's going to happen with that, but I'm not sure what they're working. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're working towards.
I didn't even register that was happening.
I didn't either.
Like I saw
figure...
it, but like it didn't process.
Because it was very short. It was like only about 10 seconds. Like she just goes in a helicopter.
And they're having a different conversation on the side, and they don't like mention like, and now I'm going off to see the general or anything. It just happens.
Yeah. Which is, given what they were talking about, I thought she was going to go meet with Joe to give him like a suit.
Right.
But she was doing something else, which I want to know what they're building towards for that. Or if there's even a fucking payoff.
At the end of this, we're going to find out that the entire reason for Megalonia is just for a government contract.
That's the thing. That's what people have been like talking about in the subreddit, was that she wants to sell the the integrated
gear
hands
to the military.
Yeah.
To make super
And
soldiers.
she's using Megalonia to show it off.
Fists are always better than bullets.
Well, not even, because you can lift stuff up. Like you need to do a lot of lifting.
Yeah. It's the theory of like, if we can then equip our troops with more stuff to bring with them, there's instead of going open a door and go through the doorway, you can just go through the door or through a wall.
It's less stress on your body.
So I understand what they're going for, and the military would probably be at a reasonable price interested in something like that if it existed.
Well, clearly it has to already be reasonably priced because fucking Joe can already get basic.
No, not
gear,
that.
but...
We're talking about the integrated.
I know.
The integrated gear.
I know.
The hyper hands.
I think regular gear
still.
is like, it seems like it's still kind of hard to like make. Because I mean, they basically said like Joe's first tier, like the first episode gear was like basically going gearless. It gave him minor benefits, if any.
So, it was absolute garbo.
It seems like any form of gear is to some extent expensive.
Well, but then again, Joe is really fucking poor.
Yeah. Or maybe secretly very, very rich and not using any of the money.
Who knows?
That'd be a plot twist of the century.
We still don't know anything about his lifestyle. We don't know anything about his lifestyle at all. He showed up on a motorcycle, and we did not see where he was living before the boat. We know nothing about what Joe's life was like.
Yeah, I thought we did. He was.
Did we? I don't remember it.
Yeah, where he's watching TV.
I have
or was that in someone's house?
Of this.
I don't even remember him watching TV.
Are we sure this wasn't just in the window of a store or something?
No, it was
sitting on the couch.
He turned the TV off. I figure it was just like the main area they hanged out in.
Maybe that may have been it.
In today's episode?
No, in the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Which reminds me, today's episode, for almost all of the episodes, was episode 7. So we have 5 weeks left, and we're gearing towards the end of the season, and we will soon have to do. Let's talk about the new show. Talk about the new shows that are coming out next season.
That's true. We will have to soon.
That's coming over the horizon.
We still are a couple weeks out from that, though.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to schedule time in for that.
I'm about to finish. Oh wait, I missed one ABC, right? So I still won't have a full season under my belt.
Who really cares?
You missed the first
episode? No.
I missed the one when I was in. No, because I came back from.
You missed one of the first ones from. Well, okay, so what it was you missed. You were there for it, but you had not watched anything for the first episode of this season, is what it was.
Oh, that's yeah.
So you couldn't add anything to the conversation. You were physically present, but could not add very much. So you technically don't have a full season yet.
Fuck.
I think Brandon and I are the only two who are consistently present for these.
Damn straight.
We have to be as the originators of Anime Book Club.
This is true. Which keeps reminding me. At some point, we have to watch Netogay.
We're going to do a retrospective on Netogay and make you two watch it.
I think you guys will like it.
Alex, you weren't a founding member of Anime Book Club?
You could make an argument that he was the founding member of Anime Book Club.
I was the unofficial founding member. These two are the official.
Alex was the one who got us to start doing it and like start recording it, I think. But Brennan and I were the first two to start like watching anime that we were both we both acknowledged we were going to watch something and talk about it.
Well, I was supposed to talk about when he bought us Aku no Hana.
Yeah.
That's what really kind of started it. Well, it never came into
right.
3 years later?
Yeah, I forgot about actual book club.
Yeah.
It's been so long since actual book club that we never held.
I think we tried to do it once, but we couldn't do it because none of us had any of the first fucking book.
I still don't actually have my volume. Because I had the first volume, and so I had to give it to all of you guys, and I never got it back.
Who has it?
I don't know.
Jorge, maybe?
Somebody has my first volume.
At some point, we have to come back to Aku no Hana for a retrospective of 6 years in the making.
We could watch it.
I was tempted to read it. Like when the last time we brought a book club, I was like, I'm gonna read it. I want to know. I only read the first volume. I don't know what happens. I want to know.
Oh, and fucking Jeff's sister read parts of it.
Of which one?
Of
Flowers, right?
Flowers of Evil, yeah.
Yeah.
She just flipped through. It's like,
I think I still have my part. I
have part 4 for sure. It's in my room.
Wait, you have part 4?
Yes.
I thought I had part 4.
I might have
your part.
You have my part? I have volume 1. If you have volume 1, it's mine. Because I had volume 1, and I know that.
I have a... No, I definitely don't have 1.
Okay.
It might be Jorge.
So mine ends where the classroom was just fucked. That's the only thing about it I remember.
I know that part, yeah.
So I don't think that was episode 1.
I don't think so either. As I recall, episode 1 ends with we barely started to get involved with what seems like the premise. I don't know what else happens because, as I said, I haven't read any of the rest of it. But damn it! Every time you bring this up, I get annoyed again that my part got stolen and I never got it back. And then we never held book club.
It's still incidentally stolen.
Yeah. It was given out and never returned. I lended it and it was never returned to me.
Now, Alex definitely gave me the part that I currently have.
Yes.
I know that for sure.
Okay.
So we do need to hold book club at some point.
Yeah.
We need to hold official, finally, 4 years later, we're holding book club.
With an actual book.
With an actual
book. Has this
book.
really been going around for 4 years?
I feel like it was our first year in college. Was it our first year in college or last year?
It was our first. It was our first Christmas.
Yeah, it was our first Christmas. I bought it at Barnes & Noble's and at Tyson's. We were there because we were gonna go watch a movie.
That had to have been the first year in college.
Yes, it was. That's also when I bought Jorge Rainbow.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't remember what movie though we were there to go see. I know Brandon bought me my ticket.
Was it our first? Was it our second year in college?
I'm pretty sure first. Okay, because how many onesies do I have? I have 3 onesies. Mostly because Jorge did not get me as my Secret Santa. So that is 4 years.
No, I've given you 1. You have 3 because Jorge got you 1.
Wait,
no. I got you 1, and then you picked his gift for White Elephant. That's 3. 3 for 3.
Wait, no. Did you get me the Fox? No, Fox was Jorge.
Fox was I got you Pikachu.
And that was the second year.
Yeah. Oh no, you know what? The first year, we gave gifts to everyone, so no one spent a ton of money on each gift.
But he still got me the onesie.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Yeah, because we did Secret Santa once.
Yeah, and you got me, but you didn't get me the Pikachu outfit.
Yes, I did. I got you all the Russian stuff, and I got you Pikachu.
Okay, so
Okay.
this most recent Christmas was White Elephant that was
White
held
Elephant.
in the karaoke place.
Yeah.
Yes.
The year before that was Secret Santa and was held in Jeff's basement.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we had 2 years where he bought gifts for all of us, and decided that was too expensive.
Yeah.
So it was 2 years. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, there was the first one, which was just regular first Secret Santa.
Was that really?
Yeah.
And the second one was the Reckoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. First one. Yeah, I know. I think.
Oh, first was just a regular gift exchange, like
was
everyone gets a gift
regular
from
gift
everyone.
exchange. I think. Yeah, I think. Brandon's gift to me was buying me my ticket to the movie that we're going to see.
And I got Nick the Dragon Sex Calendar, and that's what
Yeah.
triggered.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Reckoning.
So that was our first one.
No,
Yeah.
what triggered the Reckoning was my gift to Brandon. That's what
What'd you get
triggered the
Brandon?
Reckoning.
Was it Risei?
It was Risei that year.
Okay.
There was definitely that was our second year in college. That was our second year in college. Because I gave you
I was
Risei.
working.
I gave you
yes.
Risei that first year. Because I gave you Kirino the next year, and I've never gotten you again.
Yeah, it was a second year.
That just has to change. However, we do it this year.
And
Because this
I have
this
to get
most
another
recent
figure.
year. So the only year I didn't give somebody a figurine was the third year. I don't remember what I got that third year.
Did you get Alex? No, Alex.
No,
got you.
Alex got me
yeah.
because I got the body pillow that year. I don't remember who I got.
You got Jorge.
I think I. No, did I? I don't remember. I probably have the picture in our chat message or in our text messages, Brandon, but I don't remember what I got anymore. I could probably look at my
Who
Amazon
cares?
ordering history. See, that was our second year in college. Was our first Christmas that we did.
Yep. Okay. Everything lines up.
Because I was gonna say it had to have been our second year because I didn't play Persona until my second year in college, and at that when I got you the Risei figurine, I knew because we finally started talking about Persona and the fact that you hated Risei, and I finally understood.
That was when when we went to watch the movie. That's when I got my my PS Vita, and then you got it the following year.
Right.
Yes.
You did get that.
Yeah, that's right. Because the first year, yep, that's right. Our first year in college was when I convinced you to buy the Vita. Our second year, I got mine and played Golden, and we talked about it. You hated Risei. I got you the figurine, and the rest was history. I was surprised that it took 2 years for the Reckoning to happen. It was the Risei figurine into the Kirino Figma, and then it was like, okay, we're doing the Reckoning. Brandon needs vengeance.
But I didn't get you though.
I guess
For,
you did get
No, the Reckoning.
the
We did it
Reckoning was
1 year
definitely-
with Reckoning with everyone.
Yeah, the Reckoning was the Kirino Figma year. I don't remember what you got me that
Oh.
year for Reckoning.
I remember I got Brandon.
What you
You
get?
got-
He got you the poster.
The Samus Fuda.
Yeah,
That was
Oh
third.
yeah.
That was third year.
was it?
Oh.
Wait.
No, that couldn't have been
Oh
third
my
year because
gosh,
third year
no.
was when he had me.
Yep. Because
We
that
had
year we did.
we
also
had
did it
2
in
years
Jeffrey's
in the same
basement.
place was the thing. That's why you're getting
Yep.
them confused. They were both in
2
Jeff's
years.
basement.
Yep. Okay.
It was
Everything
back to back
is lined
Jeff's
up.
basement's years.
Because there was one where I got Jessica, and then one.
I'm so glad you remember her name.
Of course. Never
Her?
forgetty.
Ugh.
Do you still have it, Alex?
Yeah, I still have it.
Every
Okay.
night.
Was that the year that Jeff or Alex got us all the boob mouse pads?
That was first year.
Was it first year? Okay.
It couldn't
Yep.
have been first year.
It was first year. Because I got the boot mouse pad with Mommy, I think, and you got
I got
Asuna.
Asuna.
Yeah.
And he also gave me the play mat. With,
Yeah.
ornament
Ornaments.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the ones that we decided, hey, let's get a gift for everyone. Yeah.
And it was really expensive.
Yeah.
It was. Whoo!
I'm glad we do Secret Santa now, but at the same time, like, there have been other things where I'm like, oh, this gift would have been great for that person.
Your,
When we all
your
have
wallet
jobs,
is
we can do
glad
this again.
for your wallet is glad for Secret Santa. Your
Yes.
Your banter isn't so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
The mad bants that I want to engage in are not as happy that we're doing Secret Santa. I've had so many figurines that I just haven't been able to buy for Brandon.
Give me the list. The last 2 years, what would you have bought me?
I probably
Oh my
would
God,
have
he's-
gotten you Archer Rin or the
Oh.
Tharja figurine that I showed you.
Oh, that Tharja figurine.
That Tharja figurine was
It's something.
It was something, and that's putting it mildly. Or it was a I think it was the inaugural year of Unofficial Book Club was either our second or I think it must have been our third year, because it was the year we were finally not doing this anymore. But there was an Akko figurine that I found that was like $40 that I was like, I wanted to get it for you, but I didn't have you as my secret Santa, and so I was very upset. But it was gonna be like a Bishojo Akko figurine.
Oh, the way her character's
her character designed.
Well, her character design.
And she's like covered in slime, and so her clothes are like half melted off. Yeah.
Hold up.
I think that was gonna be.
I think I remember this.
That was gonna be my gift to you. I think our third year, but I didn't get you.
Nothing's stopping you from doing it when you eventually get him. When you hopefully.
Oh God, I remember.
I want you to get Brandon.
When I get Brandon, it's just gonna be like a deluge of fucking figurines. Like, here's the last all of the years.
I just looked up the figurine.
Brandon and I are the only two with jobs, so we can do this to each other.
That is something else.
Right? Isn't it?
Send me that shit.
Yeah, post a link so they can see it.
Oh God.
But yeah, as Brandon and I are the only two with jobs, we will just make each other's lives horrible.
Oh, that's pretty tame.
What?
Hold on. I mean,
look behind you before you click that link, Jeffrey.
It's certainly,
of course, even though I'm alone.
It's worse than the Rise figurine that Brandon hates.
Well, yes.
Yeah, worse.
I would say worse.
Yeah, I'd say it's worse.
For some reason, I thought worse meant better, and I was like trying to remember, like, wait.
Only to Alex does worse mean better. All right, now that we've lost any audience that we've managed to attract by talking about trying to figure out how Christmas works.
How many people does it take to count to 4?
Seriously. We can't separate 2 different times that we were in Jeff's basement in our minds. They just blended together into one contiguous year. Oh, we're all so lame.
We're fucking stupid.
It went from my basement to Jeff's basement to karaoke.
Yep.
I kind of wish it was in someone's basement instead of karaoke, though. I feel like it's more fun when we have like a whole thing dedicated to the exchange.
Yeah.
And just like, all right, we're here for something, so let's make this snappy.
Here, if all goes well, maybe we can do it in my apartment.
Ooh, look at Mr. Fancy over here having an apartment.
Fancy pants.
Ah, sweeto.
If you all want to come to Columbus, we can do it in my apartment. But you all have to drive out here because I'm not.
Well, I mean, I can't.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
wait a minute. I can, because I get all of Christmas week off.
Seriously?
No
Really?
shit.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I can pretty much take off as much time as I want, as long as I don't have work. Like, if I have nothing left at the end of the year, my boss is like, just go home. It doesn't matter. That's what we did this year. I was there for my rotation, and we got to, like, I don't know, December something, like 20th or so, or 14th. And he was talking to the other grad student, and he was like, do you have anything left? Do you have any, projects you want to run? And she was like, not really. I'm just, working on my paper. And he's like, you can do that from home. Just go home. Take the rest of the week off. Come in after New Year's. And I was like, damn.
God damn.
This is really way more chill than I was told grad school was going to be.
It's not chill when your savings account goes down.
I mean, we still get our stipend. We get paid regardless. We don't get paid hourly. We just get a monthly stipend regardless. Yeah, grad school is weird. And taxes are weird. Dude, okay. So I don't really check my mail very often. I should check my mail more often than I do, but I'm really lazy about it. But I went and got my mail yesterday, finally, and I think my mail carrier hates me because he, like, crams my mail into my mailbox. It's, like, all compacted in the back, and I'm like, thanks, guy. But I unfucked all of the mail from the back of my mailbox, and I was going through it, and I had, like, most of it was garbage. I just threw it away. But there was one thing that was important, and it was, like, this, it was, like, a tax document from Ohio, because this is the first year that I've ever submitted an Ohio tax return. Mm-hmm. And they were like, we want to make sure that you actually submitted this, and this is real life. And so they made me go online and, like, fill out this quiz to, like, confirm my identity. And that, like, the tax information that I had submitted was the tax information that the actual person, knew about. And so I look at the letter and it's like, make sure you fill this out within 30 days of the posting day. Oh. It was posted on March 9th. It is currently May 20th. It's been, like, 40 days. But
Wow,
I went
you
online
really
and I
don't
did
check
that.
your
I
mail.
did that. I did that ID thing, and it was completely okay. And they were like, "Yes, we're fine with this." But the best part about it was like 5 questions, and the first 4 questions were like, according to our records, you took out a mortgage in September of 2015 with what bank? And I was like, huh, interesting. Didn't take out a mortgage. And it was like, according to our records, in September of 2016, you took out a home equity loan. And I was like, didn't do that either. And it was like,
Wait, can you like say no and yes?
yeah,
to the
one of the
questions?
options was like,
Okay.
this does not apply. And I was like, it was like 4 or 5 questions in a row that was like, this does not apply, this does not apply, this does not apply. And I got to the last question, it was like, according to the birthday you submitted, how old are you? And my actual birthday was up there, it said 23, and I was like, I'm 23. So I have 6 answers that are does not apply and 1 answer that's my age. It was like, submit. I really hope this does not tell me I'm wrong. And thankfully, it was like, you got it all correct. We're proud that you're a real person. But there was a moment there where I was like, if you tell me that I'm wrong and I have like a mortgage that I don't know about, I am fucked.
Oh yeah, you're like screw. You have shit's creek without a paddle.
Yeah. There was a moment there that I was horrified. I was like, well, this is going to be interesting.
Your identity has been gone forever.
Let's find out if today I'm going to be eating a sandwich or a lead bullet.
Speaking of which, always check your credit, boys and girls.
But don't check it too often, because then you lower your score.
Oh
That's
no, you
true.
can just use different software to like approximate.
Oh, okay.
There's also Discovery will let you check your credit every month.
Yeah. I mean, you can check it at a certain frequency, you can essentially check it for free. But you can't check it so often, because getting a whole bunch of requests to see your credit is actually a signal that you should have worse credit. For whatever reason.
So there's like ways that is when you like ping your credit to actually like do a check
Right.
if you're applying for something.
Right.
What other companies do like Discovery like is they just can give you the information.
Okay.
They don't ping it or anything.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so per year you can see like a full report of all the pings. You can't see the credit score, but you can see the pings, when it was pinged, like what it was applied for and stuff like that, which everyone should really do. Just especially with the Equifax hack, which literally fucked everyone.
Pretty much.
If you're like older than 26, you're screwed out your ass. But yeah, that's important.
This is why we keep Brandon around, for knowledge about hacks. And why at some point we'll keep Jeffrey around for knowledge about accounting things.
Yeah.
It's like that was like one of the biggest things that happened last year.
It was a really big event, and everything Brennan said is correct. You really like if you didn't check your credit after the Equifax breach, do it.
I don't pay attention to anything, but that's because I have insurance thanks to the government. Because when I worked for, I don't even know how much of this I'm allowed to say, so we'll just say certain
Credit
governmental
insurance?
organizations I worked for, our identity got compromised by hackers from a place, and they gave us all 5 or 6 years of like $100,000 of identity insurance.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
And they added on like, we will check it every year, like we'll check it for you, we will send you updates. Like they gave us like crazy like identity fraud protection.
That's pretty good. Government has like the best benefits.
Yeah. I mean, generally, it also comes with getting shafted over by the government a lot, in that our identities got compromised for no fault of our own. It was literally one guy downloaded something that he shouldn't have, and everybody who worked in that building got compromised.
Ah, what an idiot.
Because our IT department was fucking horrible, and it was just some random scientist. He got administrative privileges on his machine, and he fucked us all over. Because then the hacker got his computer, which had administrative privileges, so it could hit everyone else in the building. So we all got shafted.
Yeah, at my company, we like have kill switches for me and 3 other user accounts to just like immediately just kill, because I have admin privileges on basically all the boxes.
Ooh.
They did that to us. It was great. Within not very like enough time for all of us to get compromised, but not so much time. Our entire building got sectioned off from everyone else on our campus.
Ooh.
Like we were our own network for like a week.
That's the proper way to do it, at least if you get compromised.
We got shuttled into like they essentially called us like the quarantine building. And like there was a whole bunch of essentially like Brandons downstairs in our main lobby, like with computers set up on like fold out plastic tables that were like, you know, fucking delousing our entire system essentially. It was a hell of a week to go into work and have basically no internet.
Yeah.
We could email each other and that was it.
Working on that dial-up though.
We didn't have dial-up. We had no connectivity to anybody outside of our building. Our building existed into itself. So we could email each other and we could like, you know, instant message each other and that was it. That was the limit of our like connectivity to anybody else.
We had a little internet.
I brought in this was not legal what I did, but I brought in Python on a flash drive so that I could do my work.
Ooh.
Because I needed Python to be able
another way to get hacked.
I know it is, and that's why you're not supposed to do it. But I literally could not do my job without it, and so I brought it in on a clean flash drive and used that.
There is like something that people will do called the flash drive test, where people will just like get a handful of really like cheap flash drives and just like throw them in a parking lot. And they're all like bad drives. They're all like drives with keyloggers on them.
Right.
And that's like one of the testing that people, pen testing that people will do, to see like how well your employee force like understands not to put in some random fucking USB that you got off the fucking road into your fucking computer.
So that's why I don't use random USBs off the road, is because one, they touch the road and the road is dirty, but also because my flash drive is amazing.
And 3, because it's probably got really bad shit on it.
And because, yeah, it probably has really bad shit on it.
Yeah, and 4, you're not a fucking idiot.
You would
Like,
think
who
that,
would do
but
that?
the fact that I've gotten hit 2 times by identity fraud, like detection emails, tells me that I am slightly an idiot.
Oh, I actually got one of my credit cards stolen.
You got one of the emails that was like, do something, please give us your passwords?
No, my credit card company was like, yo, did you make this purchase? And this was a purchase in like fucking Delaware. And I was like, no, cancel it. And then I just burned my credit card. I'm like, okay, give me another one. I'm pretty sure it happened because I didn't check one of the gas stations. So I don't know if this.
You didn't do the wiggle test?
Yeah, some people will call me paranoid, but I always do the wiggle test.
I do it too. I do it too. I also always look for the cameras. Like
What?
if you're gonna use your debit card, you can do the wiggle test, which is where you wiggle the card reader to see if it'll come off.
Oh,
The other thing you could do is since you're using a debit card, they have to be able to see your PIN too, and so there will usually be, if there's going to be the card reader, you'll also find like a pinhole that they put a camera behind so they can see your hand when you type in the passcode, so they can find out what the passcode is. And so I always will, like, as I get out of my car, and I will always run my hand like underneath the little lip that protects the pin push pad. I will always run my hand under it, feel for a pinhole.
Okay.
I just use my credit card, so I don't have to put on a pen.
I use my credit card as well.
I've
been meaning to like wiggle the little card reader as well at my bank, because I've seen shit like that posted on Twitter. It's like, ooh,
ATMs are way worse than
Yeah, PSA, like always wiggle the fucking card readers.
Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't had to use like a random ATM, like say at a mall or anywhere recently, because oh boy,
ATMs in some major cities are apparently like fucking atrocious for that.
I bet.
Yeah. Be safe out there. Don't be stupid.
Let's see. When was the last time you used the ATM? Oh, right. At a strip club.
Solid.
Get them
Yeah.
dollar bills.
Hey, man, $10 fee.
Oh, you got to pay the cover charge, yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch, you know my money's supposed to be rolled, not folded. Wait, it's folded, not rolled. Why that, Frog Kermit? Why?
I have like 40 or it's like $35 to $40 in ones in my backpack for no reason.
Oh, I just don't carry cash.
For no reason.
I don't carry cash
the reason is because like anytime I make a purchase, I carry like a decent amount of like large denomination bills with me. Because I mean, there's a lot of if I don't bring lunch, the place that I get lunch from, the card reader like sucks dick. Like it takes like 5 minutes to work.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And
Yeah.
so I always just bring cash because I'm like, if I need to get lunch, I need to have cash so I can actually get through the process like quickly and get back to eating lunch. And so I always have like a pretty decent amount of like high denomination, like 10s and 20s on me. And so anytime I buy lunch, I get like a shit ton of singles back. But I don't want to carry singles with me because I never use them. And so I always just put them in my backpack. But I never use singles. And so the singles just keep piling up in my backpack until we get into the situations like today, like now, where for like the last like 4 or 5 months, I've had like $40 in ones in my backpack. And people will be like, oh yeah, I need to make change for this like $10 bill. And I'm like, okay, open up my backpack, just pull up my stack of ones. I'm like, how much you need? How much change are we talking about here?
Start licking your thumb and like.
Yeah, just lick my thumb and forefinger. Like, how much are we talking about? $10? Okay.
$10?
People are like, Nick, do you have a side job you want to tell us about? I was like, it's exactly what it looks like. I'm a male gigolo.
Oh, no wonder it's only $1.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of satisfied customers.
If I reach into your pockets, will I find 2 Bluetooths? I mean, yeah.
What? You need 2 phones? Burner phone?
Yes.
No, what's it called? Blue something.
Bluetooth? The blue pills?
No, something else. Yeah, but what blue burner burner phones? Yeah.
You
Yeah,
mean
just a
it's
burner
called a blue phone. Or just a burner phone.
Yeah, just go with burner phone.
Alex is actually trying to sell out to Blue, the phone company manufacturer, apparently.
Apropos of Nick is a horrible gigolo, after last week, when I was like, I haven't gone out with anybody in like well over a year, this week, because everyone in my program is like a fucking alcoholic and they can't go like 2 days without going out, this week on like Thursday, they were like, oh yeah, we're going out to this bar and it's supposed to be great. Like, they try out new bars like every week. And so this week I was like, I'm going to come with. For the first time in like several months, I'm going to come with. Everyone in my program is also like a super lightweight, which is great. Because I go out with them and I just like slam beers and watch them get like more and more like fucking sloppy as the night goes on. Whereas I get like, it's very like plateau for Nick. Like, I drink just enough to sustain like a light buzz. Whereas everyone else around me is just like sloppy and like throwing up drunk. And so this last week that I went out, my buddy's girlfriend was in town and she brought her roommate with her. And so the roommate and I kind of hit it off, and we'd met each other before. And so we ended up going back to my place, and it was like, you know, things were getting hot and heavy.
Oh.
Things were going well for Nick.
He opened up the closet, and there she was.
Not quite.
Staring at you, Nick. Staring at you, watching you.
A tear going down her eye.
She wasn't real enough for you, Nick.
No, the body pillow did not watch me, thankfully.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. Now I'm glad that didn't happen.
And no matter what you say now, it just won't be that bad. So
Right.
you're fine.
No, it was...
You got the whiskey dick?
Not quite. So we were getting hot and heavy, and she looks down at me and she's like, she goes,
That's not a good
Jesus Christ, I'm so wet, it's like a slip and slide down there. Like, completely seriously. And I rolled out of my bed and I was like, I'm done, I cannot right now. It's over for me. Just kill me now.
You don't want to go into Waterworld?
Jesus.
You don't want to slip and slide in her slip and slide?
She's like, it's fucking SeaWorld up in here.
Electric eel with the electric slide?
Yeah. I was so dead.
You take a step back, but you're still in the splash zone.
Oh god, it was so... And she was completely serious about it too.
Oh my
I rolled off the side of my bed and was just like laughing my ass off. She's like, what's so funny? And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, do you not understand?
No sense of humor.
I couldn't explain it to her. I was just like, don't worry about it. I thought of something really funny. Apropos of absolutely nothing, I thought of something hilarious. But that was my adventure in Waterworld, let's put it.
Rally.
Yeah.
Rally.
It's not quite the same thing as the puke and rally, but it felt like it. when I got back up and soldiered on, it was the emotional effect was very similar to the puke and rally. Oh.
Well, I'm going to sell out to, oh my god, I forgot. It's been half an hour.
Oh, from the very
Who
beginning.
remembers?
Oh god, what were you going to sell out to? Fuck.
I can't remember.
I don't recall.
Was it before I came on?
No. It was
It's
in the episode.
It was like a half hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows who I sold out to, so I'm not going to mention it. Next.
Yeah.
No, you
Brandon
have to mention
sold
it
out.
again at the end.
You do have to.
You have to
Those are the
mention it
rules.
at
You
the
have to
end.
mention it again at the end.
Them's is the rules.
I even
These
said everyone.
are the breaks.
Jesus Christ, dude, what is wrong with me?
What did you sell out to?
I don't know.
Were we still talking about the shows when you sold out?
I feel like we were.
Ore, I think. It was right before Ore.
Fuck.
All right, well,
no, it could've
I
been
guess I'll
before
sell
Ore
out.
because we started with Ore.
I'll sell out right now.
Go for it.
Fucking Hero Forge Custom Miniatures is fucking cool website. Where you can make Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. You can customize them and you buy them. They're expensive, so I'm not going to buy any. But you know, if they want
You
to
have a
send me
job.
some, I mean, I don't want $20 for like a little like plastic figure. I mean, yeah, I already do that with Legos, so
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're
Can't-
a lot smaller.
the Lego characters are a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like during this, I made Zeddy from our first Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I have the scythe and the cat and everything.
Oh, it's very nice.
You're
of
a
you.
Awesome.
cat?
Damn.
Yeah, you remember the cat Mittens?
He had a cat,
Oh,
yes.
I
God.
remember Mittens.
Hold up, let me see.
Yeah, can
can
you
share the
save a
image.
picture of it or just, you know,
I got
No.
the cat and everything. Back
That's
when I was edgy.
very nice.
Did you?
nice.
Alright, you guys
That's,
keep going.
that's definitely how I would have designed the character back then. But
That's fair.
Since you're mentioning miniatures, that goes well with mine. I'm selling out to Rust-Oleum, specifically the spray can variants. Really good paints for about anything: wood, metal, plastic, for whatever you need.
What's your paint?
I'm going to paint my table.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
What color?
Let's see what's it on the label. Colonial red.
You should use that for custom painting full armor Thunderbolt and fucking it up completely.
Oh god, yeah, dude. I spent an hour just making the fucking emergency escape pod. Oh man. What about you? How far have you gone with Virtue?
I built the leg.
Okay.
The leg, not both legs.
A single leg.
Yeah, it's just kind of staying there.
Nice.
Just put a lampshade on it.
Yeah.
It's
Next,
It's
next.
fragile.
I can't remember.
I'm going to sell out to the Netflix series Million Yen Woman. It is a weirdly fascinating series. It's very calm. It doesn't feel like a lot happens. It's a Japanese drama, TV drama, essentially. It's very good. It's very calm and peaceful and just very compelling. And I enjoyed it a lot. And I would recommend it. It's only 12 episodes, I think?
It's not like a Mexican novella where people get thrown downstairs.
No. People do not get thrown down the stairs and go into comas and yet somehow also impregnate a woman. No, that doesn't happen.
No, the person who went to the coma is a woman. It's always the woman for some reason.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was usually the baby daddy of some single lady.
No. They get arrested or they get
Deported?
captured by the. Not deported because they're in Mexico.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Or they like get taken by the gang. One of those two things happens.
Get taken by the gangs.
By the Mexican mafia, Mexican cartel.
The cartels, yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad that you filled in the word. I get to sound like I knew what you were going for. I couldn't think of it either, I'll be honest.
Also, another thing that happens is that the main character is always a complete Mary Sue, and everything they do is always right, no matter what happens.
Really? Would not have guessed.
Yep.
I wouldn't have either.
They're always like these nice, like they're always like poor kind of, but they always like their parents were actually rich and they're like some type of orphan. It's fucking stupid. I hate it, man. Fuck novellas.
It's not Black
So-
Dynamite's home for orphans.
The orphanage.
The orphanage. We got whores and
Black
orphans.
Dynamite. I sell drugs in the community.
I sell drugs in the community.
Black Dynamite. Spell white. White. Honky. The man is a honky devil. White.
White.
Fuck it. I'm gonna sell out the Black Dynamite. The movie and the TV show. Go watch the TV show. Absolutely riveting. One of the best shows I've ever watched. It's super anime inspired as well. Also, mostly animated by a bunch of Koreans.
Most
Eh,
shows.
Everything is animated by Koreans. Like
Yeah.
in betweens.
I think it's by the makers of Boondocks, right?
I think you're right.
Possibly. Or like some people from.
Maybe. But anyways, cool. Black Dynamite. I'm gonna sell out to that because I can't remember what I sold out to in the beginning of the show.
All right,
As
that's
soon
fair.
as soon as you end the
Fucking
recording,
idiot.
you'll remember.
Probably. I'm gonna look it up as soon as we end the recording.
I'm gonna like cut my part out and just replay the part I played in the beginning.
That's fair.
Uh,
right. Well, that's been another episode of Book Club. Peace out.
bye.
He's
Peace out, everyone.